early morning hours of the 20th, on Friday the 20th, officers responded down to the medical marijuana shop located on 6th block of Front Street on a report of a burglary. Officers entered the building with the owners. They noticed a hole in the ceiling of the building. It was apparent that somebody had entered the building via the ceiling or via the roof, by cutting a hole in the roof and dropping into the building. Missing from the building is approximately $12,000 worth of marijuana and another $1,400 worth of wiring.
Worth of what?
Wiring.
Oh, okay, like copper wire?
A wiring that they use in the growing business.
Oh,
It's
okay.
called cool wire, but
Gotcha.
I'm not sure what it is.
Okay, so $1,200 worth of pot?
Yeah.
And about
$12,000 worth of pot.
$12,000, oh my gosh.
And 1,400 for the board.
$1,400 for the wiring, gotcha, okay.
And looking at video from the night before, approximately 1:30 in the morning, two males carrying a ladder, a collapsible ladder can be seen placing a ladder against the building and climbing on the roof through the video cameras. They then entered through the roof at that time. They spent approximately 2 hours in the building. While in the building, they exited the building at approximately 4 a.m. With a backpack and a garbage bag, and then fled again the same way as they came down the railroad tracks behind the location of the business.
Did they, my understanding was, did they get initial call?
We did have initial calls of alarms going off at the building.
About,
There was two separate ones. I think one came in at roughly 2:30 or so in there, and another one came in roughly around 3:30, quarter to 4. At that time, the building appeared to the officers that responded to be secure, as there was no sign of forced entry to any of the doors or windows in the building, and responders were notified at that time. The owners of the building were notified at that time.
that they were notified
And they
after
responded
the initial?
at that time. Yeah, and then they responded up to the building around 7:30 a.m. and discovered the burglary.
So initially, you guys got an alarm, looked at it, looked like everything was fine. You think the assailants were in the building?
According to looking at the video and stuff, we believe that the people who committed the crime were in the building at the time the officers responded to both alarms.
They were, what do you think, just kind of hiding?
Probably hiding in the building, or, again, there was no sign of forced entry through the doors of the building or anything like that, so the officers cannot see into the building. The building is, it's got a front door on it, and then it's siding all the way around it. So.
And they cut through, how do you think you got through? They cut through? Like,
We did locate some evidence that they may have used some sort of power saw to cut through the building. We found some saw blades up on the building.
And a power saw.
Yeah, some sort of saw. Yeah.
Could you talk about how crafty that is?
I don't know. It's crafty, it is, but they were prepared. They knew what they were doing. They came prepared to enter the building.
And you said they took some items, they obviously had a ladder?
They had a small collapsible ladder with them, of course long enough to, once they extended it, to get onto the roof of the building, but light enough that they could carry it. No sign of a vehicle in the area. We do have video that they're coming from east to west along the railroad tracks, and that video comes from the shop itself.
And you said you found some saw blades. Are there on the roof? Is there a way to track them based on those?
I don't know if there's a way to track the blades to a certain shop where they may have bought them at or whatever. We did find some footprints in the area and some other stuff. So we're in the initial investigative stages of the burglary.
And you have a video, obviously. What time do you suspect they got into the building?
According to the videotape, it looks at about 1:30 a.m. somewhere in there.
And it's two people?
It's two people.
Who are you kind of looking for?
It's two males. The video right now is not great. Looks like they're both wearing light tan type camos. They exited the building with a backpack and a garbage sack that possibly carried the marijuana and the other items that were taken. They didn't have the backpack and bag with them when they entered the building, but they did when they came out. As far as any other description of the males, we don't have any further description at this time.
When you say about $12,000 worth of marijuana, how much marijuana?
I'm unsure what they sell their product for. I mean, that, the 12,000 price tag came from the owners of the shop, so I'm not sure what they based that on.
But they had a garbage bag.
They had a garbage bag and a
enough to
backpack,
fill up the
yeah.
garbage bag.
I don't know if it's completely filled or not either.
That still seems like a lot.
But like, what's the next step? Like, what is it likely that you'll catch these guys based on like the way
Hopefully,
they...
hopefully we do. I mean, again, we're in the initial phases of the investigation. We'll look at other items. You know, we're, like I said, we do have some footprints that we photographed and stuff like that. And hopefully we can, you know, get some other stuff. Maybe some people saw something in the area at that time frame. The bars are still open at that night. There are people on Front Street. Hopefully they may have saw something in that area suspicious, and that they didn't think much of it when they saw it at first, but now that we've got a major burglary in the area, they may have be able to tell us something about vehicles or something like that.
And this, like you said, this didn't seem like to you just a crime of opportunity thing, like a lot of times.
No, it was a plan. Yeah, not many people carry a ladder around with them just in case they run across something. So yeah, it was a plan. It was a planned burglary, a planned crime.
And so a lot of marijuana. You think somebody just out selling it, huh?
I'm assuming that's you know, it's a lot for personal use. So I'm assuming they're going to try to pass it along to the public.
Cool. And
Did it appear they were wearing gloves, or could you get fingerprints or anything?
Apparently, by looking at the video, stills that we got off the video, I'm not sure if they're wearing gloves or not, but
what's the name of the place they burgled?
Evergreen.
Evergreen.
It's Evergreen.
Anything else you could think to say?
No, if somebody has any information that they can lead us to the apprehension of these two burglars, it'd be beneficial for us.
George, would the pot that you buy at a medical facility it'd be a better quality than street pot?
You know, it's under a controlled situation, so yeah, they can control. They grow certain marijuana for certain ailments. I know, and so yeah, I'm assuming the quality's a little bit higher.
And what about like, I mean, when I asked about it being crafty, like they didn't go through the front door, could you like say that they stepped up their game? Like, is this something more businesses should
Well,
be
they knew
aware
what they
of?
were doing. I mean, this wasn't a first time smash and grab type burglary that we have a lot at the marijuana shops. This was something that was more planned and you know, executed pretty well.
And
Pretty,
like
because
you're
they were
talking
still
about.
in there while you guys were in there.
Yeah, I did a little any concern, backlash, criticism about the fact that you guys didn't initially notice them.
Well, you know, when we respond, I mean, the buildings are dark. We go there. We look for broken windows and signs of forced entry. The alarm company then will notify the owner of what went on, and it's up to the owner to respond to the business. The owner did respond to the business, but not till about 7. And so we didn't see any sign of forced entry. I mean, there's nothing that, and the video, the ladder wasn't left on the outside of the building either. They, once they climbed on the roof, they brought the ladder up there with them.
They brought that. Okay.
So there was no ladder as we
Because
drove
that
in the
would have
building.
been
There was
a
no ladder.
red flag.
That would have been a flag. That would have been